Recover your consecrations if you want to be useful to God over time. Some of you are 20 and you think that this is your best life. Would you still be this vibrant at 30? This is the secret to be vibrant even till you are 90. Build your walls. Can you help me preach to your neighbor? Oh, preach. Build your walls. Every time you come into the consciousness of your vulnerability, what you do is to build your walls. You see, I gave an analogy to my host, which I shared with my wife this afternoon. We sat in the sitting room talking to these precious ones. I was almost in tears. So I asked him a question. Where are your precious things? He said they are in my room. So I asked him, does your room have a door? He said yes. But from the sitting room into the room corridor, there's a metal door. From outside into the house, there is a layered metal door. From outside into the compound, there is a layered metal gate. More like a bulletproof gate. What do you think all those things are protecting? The treasure in the room. So to get to the treasure in the room, you will need to first compromise the gate. Compromise the main door. Compromise the door that leads to the corridor. Then compromise the door that gets close to him. Any door that you break, as long as you don't get to the door of the room, the treasure is in place. I just told you the story of Samson. Anything that Samson did that did not touch his hair, he was safe. But to ensure that the enemy did not come close to his hair, God now built external consecrations. Don't go there. Don't marry this kind of woman. Don't eat this kind of food. Don't drink this kind of thing. Because God knows that every time those external consecrations are broken, the enemy will be one step closer to the last door that unlocks the treasure. So my question is, how many doors protect your essence in God? How many doors? And in case you have many doors, how many consecrations have you not broken? By carelessness. That the only reason why you are still standing now is that the enemy is in front of the door that is between you or between him and the treasure. That Samson, your head is already on the laps of a woman and they have a scissors in their hand because you already drank what you were not supposed to drink, ate what you were not supposed to eat, married the wrong kind of woman. My warning tonight is, how many consecrations more will you break that will get the enemy closer to your true source of power? If you don't cause Samson's hair, it will be powerful. But the fact that Samson still carried a gate did not mean that Samson was a righteous man. It was just that his unrighteousness had not tampered with his source of power. Are you with me? So if God says don't go to that kind of place, you can go and come back. And you will think because you went and you came back, nothing spoiled. It is because that particular instruction does not give the enemy direct access, but you have broken the door. It means the next time the enemy is coming, the enemy has at least one layer of resistance already down. Are you with me? So he no longer needs to start from where you go to. You have already become a candidate of that place. Don't drink this thing, because you have been going there a lot of times. Now they will call you a Jew. You come here, you are not doing this thing. Then you will say, okay, you have broken another layer. It is difficult for a believer to fall. It is difficult. you will need to break many rules for the enemy to get you. And what wise men do is that they retain many rules between themselves and consecration. This young man, you don't want to sleep with anybody before you arrive there. It means there are places you must not go to. If you go there, it will not be equal to sleeping with somebody. But if you become used to going there, it means you have lost a layer of defense. If you chat with this person, saying these things that you are saying, it means that you have broken a layer of defense. And I'm speaking to you as from the Lord tonight, rebuild your walls. Even if you are broken there. Recover your consecrations if you want to be useful to God over time. Some of you are 20 and you think that this is your best life. Would you still be this vibrant at 30? This is the secret to be vibrant even till you are 90. Build your walls. Can you help me preach to your neighbor? Oh, preach. Build your walls. Every time you come into the consciousness of your vulnerability, what you do is to build your walls. You see, Pastor Diola, it's not every time you can instantly deal with a weakness. What wise men do is that when they find weaknesses, they put walls in front of the weakness. So I'm praying, oh God, this thing that used to attract me to girls, cancel it. Most of those prayers have been proven not to be answerable in one prayer. So if you have a strange attraction for girls, you see, on your knees you can sin. What you do is, while you wait for God to come to solve it, throw a wall there. There are some things you will not do. Lord, help me not to do this thing. It means I will not go visiting a sister. It's simple. It's a simple law. We are doing birthday. Say, okay, I will send what I have. But I'm being very explicit because I want you to be around for long. I do not go to greet sisters. Oh, but we are brothers and sisters. Yes, all things are lawful for me, but not all things are expedient. Me, I cannot manage that. Boom, a wall. And let everybody know. And you will not break it for any reason. When I was doing, I'll close that now. When I was doing my registration in FUT Milan, there was a lady that stood before me. So, you know, people used to, that time was not online, so you'd be just doing all those things. So, the lady was standing on my leg, and I don't know what kind of leg that she had, that she did not know that she was standing on a human being. So, come, Pastor. I now said, sis, and then she screamed, ah! I now said, why? Say, my mommy said that no brother to touch me. It's okay, you are those kind of people. So we all laughed at her. What the mom told her is, if a guy touches your body, what will happen to you? Sit down, Pastor. Have you seen somebody who got pregnant by touching before? Even Mary, it was words, not a touch. But do you know why mothers do that? They know that allowing people to just touch you anyhow is a wall that is broken. And if that wall is broken repeatedly, it's not about the brothers, it's you. You will lose your carefulness. Oh, will they touch your body? sometimes when it is necessary, you have space, you occupy. How do they call it? Does matter, right? You have weight or mass, and then you occupy space. So it means that because you are matter, you will obstruct people. And touch is a legit way to communicate. I'm being very petty. I know some of you are wondering why I'm like that. I can teach this same thing in a way that everybody here will be confused. Yes. But because sounding superior will not help you. That's why I'm being petty. If you are a living being, one day somebody will touch your hand. But leave the touches for when it is necessary. Don't become casual with your body. Don't become casual. It's a treasure. Unfortunately, the treasure is directly exposed to adversity. So you must build walls, have rules. A spiritual man is righteously strict to himself. You know, a lot of you have, and if you like, block me. I will still pick you by word of knowledge. I see ladies, sir, at, maybe I'm just scrolling, and I found out that your status at 11:30 in the middle of the night, is anybody available for video call? Are you not? Anybody available for video call? Anybody available for chat? Is there no value on your time? Are you that cheap with time? Can we tell ourselves the truth? Where are you going? Wanting to do video call with anybody at 11:30? And pastors, be careful. I was sharing a story with my wife this afternoon. One of our younger brothers in the faith was managing his work in the middle of the night at about 12. Married man. So was alone with his wife, baby children. So he had only his shorts on. And somebody just called him out of nowhere in the night at about 12 midnight. The wife had just stepped into the room. So he picked the video call. He appeared with no shirt. The lady appeared naked. They snapped the thing. And in about 5 minutes, they started asking for 500K. So he begged, he first sent some amount, and then he sent an amount. Then a blogger now called him after an hour. Your picture is with us. If you don't pay us this was a young man that Jesus was just raising. So when I heard, I said, if any man sends you a message again, that will be the last message the person will send. Except God did not send me. The person will bid the earth goodbye. That's the end. I said, not this one. Because it was broken. And I told him, the problem is you are a careless person. How can you pick video call from an unknown number? Victor, in a place that you have not been to, they can do AI creations. Now, outside AI, you now gift yourself to the enemy. Because you have no restraint. Don't do it. I'm a brother. I told her, don't you request be far. You to have sense. You are going far. Eh? If I can lo far. Okay, he's clapping, you are clapping. Don't worry. You know what Ifa is? What is it? If a man finds saying you, he pulls you. It's a free video call. you are definitely not a serious person. And your claims to embracing destiny is a lie. According to my Bible, my last words on this subject, one of the signs that you have hope in any direction is that you purify yourself. You cut off excesses if you have expectation. Recklessness is proof that you are not going anywhere. A weak, careful believer is a long-term asset to the kingdom. I found out in scriptures that God giveth power to the weak, and to them that are lacking in might, increases strength. So he means that as long as the guy waits, there will be supply. But the one who has arrived powerful, and like I told my wife, the apostolic community is the one that will have the most of these bruises. You know why, Pastor Diola? We are the ones who teach accuracy. And you see, the consciousness of being an accurate believer can dull your discernment. I'm strong. Even if I see a naked person, I full ground, I remain. Jesus had no sin by experience, but the enemy still attempted to tempt him. Pastor, can they tempt you with rabbit food? You know, there's one leaf that rabbit used to eat. Yes, try that. That has one yellow and white flower. If they cut it and put it on a plate, no matter how hungry you are, would it be temptation? If it is, there's something wrong with you. I mean that you are a mature deliverance case. Yes, to love try that. Even if they prepare it as vegetable and you spot that yellow leaf, you say, What I'm saying is, what we call temptation is something that the enemy knows you are susceptible to. The enemy does not bring. So if the enemy tempts you with anything, it's because the enemy has understood your frame, knowing that you can fall for that thing. You don't do strong man. What, you know, I was sharing with Prophet Abraham this afternoon. I was sharing the watch and pray with him. He said the apostles even said, flee. Somebody say flee. It means you don't do strong man in front of temptation. You have a ready vehicle. You just boom. Let me share a story with you. You've met Joseph before. That's my friend. He's in the UK now. I went to his house in Maiduguri one evening, and we're enjoying ourselves. And I got a call, listen carefully, from somebody who from the first day I got to camp had been tracking me. When I arrived at Maiduguri, I first met a young lady from the Middle Belt. I won't tell you her state. I remember her name. Her name was Jane. I didn't know her from Adam, but she liked me. I was supposed to be number 200 and something. She was number 50 something with two of her brothers. And then she walked to the back of the line where I was and said, my brother, come. So I bought into the favor and I became number 50 something. People shouted, so I should not mind them. I didn't know that she had stuff in mind. So in the evening, we had done registration to a point, and then the lady came to me and said to me, say they are drinking palm wine there. Palm wine? Me, I'm a pastor. She said, leave that one. Say, we too were pastors. But as I was going out of the blues, came another young lady, Shoma and her husband, Pastor Dominion City, I think now in maybe Taraba or in Kebbi. Shoma looked at me and said, let's go to NCCF. And it was like I was under a spell. And I followed her to NCCF. She was my angel for 3 weeks in camp. After 3 days, you see, Choma now became the enemy of Jane. I didn't even share in the battle. She would just tackle her, and she never met me from anywhere. On the 4th day, Jane said, "You are a fine guy." Me, I was even looking for somebody to sleep with. I didn't know that you're not that kind of person. Oh, so that's what God saved me from. So and I was in a relationship. So I found security in Choma as a layer of consecration. Tolu, where are you going? Tolu, who are you speaking to? Who are you calling? We never knew ourselves. God just gifted me a sister. They now separated us. How will I survive? And then Funke showed up. Oh, Jesus. You will think that this oil has been protected by a lot of people. Funke showed up. I was collecting, was it 7.5 or so? Minus maybe 2,000 or so. Because we collected from a distance. She was working in Intercontinental Bank. So she told me, "Oh, God, don't anybody in Nubiba." I was sitting over 13 local governments in Borno State. So she will wake up in the morning, and on her way to work, she will knock my door and go. When I wake up, there's a cooler in case you need breakfast or lunch. If she comes back from bank at 8, I will still eat. She was a sister that I had never met before. She's married to a pastor too, Dream Center. I think they're even out of the country. She had a first class or so in computer science from FUTA. Solid, very massive brain. When we finished youth service, we held hands and I appreciated her. Thank you, thank you. What you preserved was this unction. Before she traveled out, I was in a meeting in Lagos, and Funke came to the meeting. She didn't come to do anything than to look at me like, "Kai, see what I've become." Guards everywhere to make sure that nothing penetrated. But as close as we were, I had rules. Funke's rule was that I could not enter her house if she was there, because she had her own apartment. So if I wanted to go to that house, I'll first check, "Are you at home?" She's not at home. Okay, so I have a key, but I cannot go into that house when she's there. 2 cans of Milo every month, 2 cans of Bonvita, 2 cans of milk. I didn't buy food stuff. But she spent her money buying for 2 people. When we closed, she said when she saw me in camp, she saw a mix of oils. And God told her, "Protect him." May you find those people. So I'm not saying brothers cannot relate with sisters, but there are rules. There are rules. As I was eating the food, Pastor Bolu, it never crossed my mind that one day, there was one night I pulled her leg as she was coming. She said, "Is rice you eat this night?" I said, "No, it's pounded yam." My sister went to look for mortar and pestle. I mean that night. Brought the food around 11 o'clock. Yes. 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 God has guidance in men. But if she sees me doing anything, she will drill me. Tolu, when she calls me twice, my senses are back. Those are the people you need around you. Not people who pamper your excesses. Not people who are afraid of what is on your life and cannot speak to you. I'm speaking of Jonathans who know that David will take their place on the throne, but they will still protect him. You must pray those prayers. If I were Jonathan, You will make David die. Jonathan already knew that he will never be king, even though Saul was king. That is this guy David. But he entered into an oath of preservation. Those are the cries that if he sees a wrong message on your phone, he challenges you. With where you are going in God, you can't be like this. I want us to cry to God. I have an old message that is called Systems of Preservation. God, His Word, and one of the systems I announced in that sermon was men. You need the right people. You need the right people. Sometimes God doesn't take away your weaknesses. He just builds walls around them. And sometimes the walls are mortals. Can you ask the Lord to send you help? I may be weak, but send me help. Tonight we arrive at a junction that advertises that to live presumptuously is to end destiny. Lord, I will not end here. What you have ordained for me will be fulfilled. Send me help from heaven. Give me a hunger for your word and send me men. Men who will preserve what you have placed on my life. Abahai. Sapakavarate likeata. Somba kamalatia tenes. Ekompesimale. Kompale faria kopa. Kumpote tete kaparavinia. Send me help. Assign men to this destiny. Men who are allegiant to you. Men who will not bend rules. Men who will preserve what is upon my life. Assign me to men. Samabakato. Kumbataka baravadidale. Kai teso kai padato. Kombatelima solia kabae.